Hey, welcome to For the Bike of It. This is my 2018 Specialized chisel. I did a complete walkthrough on what I did for a build on it, and I'm really in love with this bike. But there's a couple little things I kind of held off on doing, and one of them is a dropper post. And also due to the fact that I couldn't find anyone that made a 27.2 dropper post that was actually available at the time that I was putting it together. Well, since then, I've found a dropper post, and I'm going to put one on. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, we're going to take the saddle off the seat post here. Before we take it out of the frame, it just makes it a lot easier. You can get leverage on it, things like that, if that bolt's really cranked down. The other thing we're going to do is measure how long the existing seat post from here to here is on the new dropper post. So that'll give me exactly how much cable I need to have hanging out of the frame, so when I put the seat post in, I don't end up with a big loop at the front. And I'll be showing you that in just a second. Alright, so I said just a second ago about the cable. So we have the mounting rails for the seat post here, and the mounting rails for the seat post on the old post. So before I take it out of the frame, I'm going to line it up against this post. So I know right about where I want to mount the new post in the frame, but also I know I need this much extra cable that I need to account for coming out of the bike once I route the new cable through. So you might remember from the beginning of this video, I was explaining how to measure your seat post for your cable routing. You can see here I have a race phase dropper post lever in purple to go with the rest of the bike, and I have my cable housing here. So I'm going to size my cable housing for a nice clean routing, and I'll mark it with a piece of tape. So it's right there, I have the tape. So I would normally cut it right there. But you can see right here I have the end of the cable right to the end of the seat post. So we know the amount of seat post that's going to be going into the frame. So to keep this cable routing nice, I'm going to measure back from the center of here to where the seat post is going to end up. So because I'll be pulling this cable back through the frame, and I'm going to take this off so I can mount it all together and tune it up, and I'll show you what that'll look like in just a minute. Alright, so now I have my dropper post lever, cable, and you might be saying, wow, that looks awfully short. But remember, this is going to slide into the frame about 7-8 inches, which will give me the length to give me nice clean cable routing on the front. So I'm going to go set up the rest of this, and we'll look at the end product. Alright, now you can see I have all the attachments together. I have the inner cable, the outer cable, a ferrule on there, and everything's together. So I'm just going to slide this down, pull the cable through, which will give me the length here to give me nice clean routing on the front. Also at this step, I can't do it with just one hand, but check that everything's moving properly, nothing's binding, and all that, because it'll be much less frustrating to make sure this all works properly before you put the seat tube in the frame and get the whole bike buttoned up and realize nothing's working. So you can see now the front end's all buttoned up, it all moves nicely, the cables are nice and tighty to the front end, there's no cables hanging way out here. And the seat post is in and back on, and it all works. So thanks for watching, click like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or there's anything you'd like to see.